Hi there guys, it's Riath here from tabletopminis.com and welcome to scenario 2 for Age of Sigmar. So this is called the Darkening Sky and we're going to be, we've got 3 prosecutors here. They're going to be fighting 2 units of 10 Bloodreavers. So it's been a little while because we've been getting these Bloodreavers painted up. There's a lot of models here, but they're beautiful models and well worth the time that we spent on them. So okay, so here we've got the Khorne Gortide, which is 1 unit of 20 Bloodreavers. And that's got Icon Bearer, a Champion and a Hornblower in. And that's actually going to be split up into 2 separate units of 10 at the start of the battle and during deployment. So there's the Champion there with this Hornblower and Icon Bearer. And there's another 10 there. So detailed, these models. And here we've got the Hammers of Sigmar side, which is 3 prosecutors, led by a Prosecutor Prime. These are also great models. They've been painted with the new Retributor Gold and Liberator Gold highlights, and they've come out really, really nice. Like it. Definitely think the new gold's worth getting. So here's the battlefield setup, and it's 24 inches wide by 48 inches long. So we've marked the borders there with dice and some terrain, but that terrain actually isn't serving any purpose other than decoration. So we've got the 3 prosecutors over here, which are deployed within 6 inches of the table edge. We've then got our first unit of 10 Bloodreavers, which is 18 inches away from the prosecutors. And then our second unit of Bloodreavers has to be 18 inches, or at least 18 inches from the first unit of Bloodreavers. So it's like staggered waves here. So this scenario is just really to try and give you an idea of how flyers work and maneuvering and the impact battle shock can have on the game. So the goal here is the prosecutors need to get to the other side of the table edge within 6 inches at the start of their hero phase. And if they do that, they claim a major victory. Either that or completely destroy the Bloodreavers, and that also counts as a major victory. Otherwise the game will go on for 6 turns. So the prosecutors are trying to get over to this side of the board, which they're trying to open the gates to Azyr, which is the realm of the heavens. And if they do that, they can win the scenario. So warlords here for the Hammers of Sigmar, it's the Prosecutor Prime, and Nakdos is his name, and he is the warlord for their side. And on the Gortide side, we have got our Champion that's in this back unit here. He is the warlord. Okay, so now we're going to roll to see who takes the first battle round. So Chaos is a 2 and a 1 for the Hammers of Sigmar. So Chaos to go first. Okay, so start the hero phase, and my warlord's going to use his Inspiring Presence on this unit. So they're immune to battle shock tests until the start of the next hero phase. These guys are too far away because the range is only 12 inches. And now the Bloodreavers here, they're going to run towards the prosecutors over there. So it's the d6 plus 6. So they make 10 inches. And now the second unit of Bloodreavers here, they're also going to run towards the prosecutors over there, so they're d6 plus 6, and we add 1 to the roll because of our Icon Bearer. Sorry, our Hornblower. So that's 8 inches. And that's movement over. So movement's over, no shooting, no charge because they both ran, and there's no combat or battle shock. So it's into turn 1 for the Hammers of Sigmar. Okay, so start turn 1 for the Hammers, and his prosecutors are gonna...
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Inspiring Presence.
Yeah, so hero phase, he's gonna cast Inspiring Presence on them, so they're immune to battle shock.
Yeah.
And now you're going to move them?
Yeah, I'm going to just move them over here. They can move 12 inches. So
okay, so 12 inches.
That's more than enough.
Okay, so you're just kind of keeping away from the Bloodreavers here.
Yeah, see if I can pick them off a bit.
Yeah, use your missile weapons to try and whittle them down. And if you see, this scenario has been designed so that the two units of Bloodreavers are 18 inches apart, so it kind of favors the Prosecutors to do this sort of thing, kiting and using their shooting abilities rather than close combat. And because the Reavers don't have any missile weapons, there's no disadvantage for doing this.
Yep.
Okay, so into the shooting phase, and the Prosecutors are going to shoot at the Bloodreavers just here, and they have 2 attacks each.
4 plus to hit.
4 plus to hit.
Reroll ones.
So that, yeah, you can reroll the ones, a special ability that they have.
Yeah.
So that is 3 hits. Now to wound
4 plus.
On a 4 plus. So 3 4 pluses here. And that is 3 sixes. So that is 3 wounds. So the Reavers don't have any saves. So
3 of them dead.
3 of them dead. Oh, these guys go down quickly. Okay, and there's no charge or combat phases, so we're into the battle shock phase. And now these guys took 3 casualties, and their bravery 5. So we roll d6 and add the 3 casualties. Ooh, which is 9.
So that's 4 more dead.
So we minus a bravery of 5, and that's 4 have fled. That's huge. That's almost half the unit have just run away there.
Yeah, wow.
More people just ran away than actually got killed. So, you know, this scenario is to show you the impact of battle shock, and you can see on low bravery troops like this, it really is a huge deal. Now into battle round 2, so let's see who can start battle round 2. It's a 3 for me, 3 for Hammer Sigmar, 1 for me, and a 3 for you. So you next.
Prosecutors.
Okay, so the Prosecutors are going to move forward here. They've got a 12-inch move, but they can't go within 3 inches of the Reavers. So they're kind of coming in to finish them off, I think. Okay, now the shooting phase. So it's 6 attacks again, hitting on 4s.
Reroll ones.
I can reroll the ones.
Okay.
So that is 1. 2 hits. Now wounded on 4s.
4.
That's 1 wound, and there's no save, so 1 more dead. So down to 2. Okay, now the charge phase, and the Prosecutors are going to charge the Reavers, and they have 3d6.
And
so
they make it.
they make it. Well, they instantly make it anyway because they have 3 dice, so 3 inches is instantly in. Okay, now in the combat phase, and they've all got 2 attacks each, apart from the Celestial Prime and Actos. He's got 3, so that's 7 attacks, hitting on 3s with Celestial Hammers.
Reroll ones.
And yep, you can still reroll 1s, whether shooting or melee. So that is 5 wounds, 5 hits to wound 3 plus, which is 4 wounds.
Yeah, so
and there's no save, so they've been wiped out. I think they would have been wiped out anyway in the battle shock phase, but
not looking good for the Bloodreavers.
no. Okay, so turn 2 for the Chaos, and my Reavers here, my Warlord's going to use Inspiring Presence on these Reavers. And now they are going to run forward, so that's a d6 plus 6, which is 11, and plus 1 for having the Hornblower. So that's 12 inches they can move, which I'll put them up here. Okay, so the Reavers are getting ready for charge there, maybe. Well, they can't charge because they run, so that's actually the end of Reaver's turn 2, or Khorne turn 2. So we're into battle round 3. Let's see who starts battle round 3. And that is a 5, both a 5. A 4 and a 4. A 4 and 1. Okay, so it's Chaos to take the start of turn 3. So we'll start the turn in the hero phase by using Inspiring Presence on this unit, so they're immune to battle shock tests. And next we're going to we're going to move them forward 6 inches, but we have to stay with 3 inches away from the Prosecutors, so we just move them to here. Got a feeling I'm going to get slaughtered here, but getting ready for there's nothing to shoot here, so we're into charge phase, and we need 3 or more on 2d6, and we get it. So these guys can move in. So they got a charge of 8, so they moved 8 inches, or up to 8 inches. Try and get as many around there as we can. I really don't like overlapping bases like I've seen in some battle reports, even though it is legal, but I think that'll probably be changed in the future in FAQ or something, because, you know, putting bases over bases is just, it's not good etiquette. So we've got 10 guys, and the chieftain, or the warlord, he's got 2 attacks, so that's 11 attacks hitting on 4s. And we can reroll 1s because of Reaver Blades to hit. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. Now we are wounding on 4s. So that is 4 wounds. No rend. Okay, so 4 saves here off a 4+, because there's no rend. And that is 2 wounds. So that's 1 model, because they have 2 wounds each, the Prosecutors. So that's 2 wounds, and you can choose who to remove. Start combat phase for the Hammers Sigmar, and they can pile in 3 inches, but they have to maintain coherency within an inch of each other. With models like this, with the wings so big, it's quite easy to keep the coherency though, because it doesn't go from base to base, right? Okay, and the Prosecutor's hitting back, so that's 5 attacks, 3 for the leader, and yeah, 3 to hit. We roll 1s, but no 1s there, so
3 to wound?
Yep, 3s to wound. So
2 dead.
2 dead and no save, because, well, they don't have a save anyway. Okay, so that's into the battle shock phase, and because my turn, I start first, and because I cast Inspiring Presence, I'm actually immune to battle shock, which is quite big here when they've got a low bravery. So these 2 that died, yeah, nobody will flee. So battle shock for the Prosecutors, and last turn I believe you forgot to cast Inspiring Presence, so you do actually have to take a battle shock test here, and you had 1 model removed. So
I need a 5 or less.
1d6.
That's 6.
Which is a 6, so that's 7, because you had 1 casualty, and their bravery is 6.
So 1 of them go.
So that is, yeah, 1 of them flee. So down to just the Prosecutor Prime. Okay, so start of turn 3 for the Hammers of Sigmar, and the Prosecutor Prime here is actually going to retreat. So he doesn't want to stay in there to see what happens. So he needs to get to this table edge to win the scenario or take out them Reavers. So I think he has thought it's easier to get to this edge.
After losing my other guys.
Yeah, so if you're retreating, it's like normal movement, except you can't shoot or charge. So you can basically, he's got a move of 12, so that's, if you're going to run with him, that's 12 plus d6. Yeah. Which is 16 inches.
Okay, I'm going to retreat my guy up here. See if I can.
He's going to be pretty hard to catch for the Reavers, I think, with 6 inches plus d6. Okay, so because he's run and he's retreated, he basically doesn't have anything else to do this turn. Yeah. So it's into turn 4 for our battle round 4. So rolling to start for battle round 4. That's a 5 for me, so it's chaos to go. So I'll start with using Inspiring Presence on this unit, and then my guys are just going to move 6 inches. So move back to here. I think I've got 1 shot at catching this guy in the charge phase. Otherwise, it's going to be game over with you getting to the edge. Okay, so no shooting and into the charge phase. So I need a 7 to catch up with him, or to get within half an inch of him. So here we go. Oh, and it's a 6. So they just failed the charge. And that's, well, that's pretty much it. They failed their charge, so they stay where they are. And that's it. It's the end of my turn. So turn 4 for the Hammers of Sigmar. Movement phase for the Hammers of Sigmar.
I'm just gonna move him 12 inches.
So he's just gonna move up to here.
Yeah. Still within 6 inches, and I can still shoot.
Yeah, so he wins the scenario if he starts his turn within 6 inches of the table edge here. But because he's cheeky, he wants to get some extra kills before he wins the game. So that's your movement phase.
Yep.
Into shoot. So how many attacks?
2 attacks.
2 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Yeah, reroll 1s.
So that's no hits.
No hits.
So that's the end of the shooting phase, and there's no charge or battle shock.
No battle shock.
It's a battle round 5, so let's see who starts, and chaos. So I'll start my turn by casting Inspiring Presence on this unit. These guys are going to move forward 6. So he's kind of teasing me here, being 18 inches away. I can just make the charge if I get 12 on 2d6. And no shooting, so charge phase, I need 12 here. Double 6. And no, we don't have it, so they stay where they are. And start off the turn for the Hammers of Sigmar, and because Enactus, the Prosecutor Prime here, is within 6 inches, they have won the scenario. He has got to the gate.
He's opened the gate.
He's opened the gate.
Mission accomplished.
Yep, mission accomplished. Another win for the Hammers of Sigmar. So into the post-match, and that was quite good. Another really quick scenario. Hammers of Sigmar came out victorious, as I'm sure the designers planned when they wrote out these scenarios. Yeah. It was. I mean, I felt like I couldn't really do anything all game because my units were staggered apart and they can't shoot. I'm basically just chasing you.
Yeah, I tried using the Prosecutor's high mobility to my advantage. You know, first turn moving them back a bit here so I could get an extra shot off.
I think that was the way to go, especially seeing they don't have any saves. So it's like every hit and everything that wounded went straight through. Yeah. So I mean, and it did really demonstrate the importance of battle shock. Yeah,
that unit that didn't have inspiring presence. Really evaporated under battle shock.
Well, you killed 3 and then 4 fled in that turn, so 7 from a unit of 10. Yeah. 4 of them just in the battle shock phase. So, especially with low bravery, I think you definitely have to be careful.
Surprising.
Yeah. But it was a good scenario. I enjoyed it. Really quick, really fast paced.
Yeah. I like that retreat mechanic as well. I don't know, for this objective game I had to get to the end of the table, so it kind of suited me pretty well, especially since I lost my 2 guys. I didn't really feel like fighting them when I could just secure the mission.
Yeah, and I think actually if you had stayed there, you might have lost that.
I know, yeah.
Because we still had another 2-3 turns left, and with sort of 10 guys.
Yeah, I think that retreat mechanic actually won me the game.
But your second Prosecutor wouldn't have died if you had have cast Inspiring Presence.
Yeah, so
because
that was my fault for forgetting that.
And that's one thing in Age of Sigmar. I think it's really important that you remember, because of the terrain has special effects. All these units, like when you cast things, they can get a +1 to bravery, all this stuff. Right. I think using tokens is going to be really important, and I'm actually really surprised the box set didn't come with tokens. But that is one thing that I believe we're going to get our hands on a sample copy from Litco of some sample tokens that they've made up, and they look really good from what I've seen. But I think we'll definitely be using them in our games just to keep track of things, because when there's so much going on, even in the smaller battles, it is really hard to keep track of the battlefield. But yeah, that was really good. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe, or check us out on tabletopminis.com. And if you'd like to support our channel, support what we're doing, you'll see a link to Patreon in the video description below, and we'd very much appreciate it if anybody who can support us would. Just to keep us doing this. We're really enjoying what we're doing, and I hope you're enjoying watching. I think our channel has been doing quite well over the last few weeks, gaining a lot of subs, and we're getting a lot of good feedback. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and see you in the next report.
Yeah, keep an eye out for scenario 3.
See you later.
See ya.